Imagine you order a TV online. It's made in China, shipped across the Pacific, and faces a choice: a long, costly route around South America or a shortcut, the Panama Canal. This man-made waterway connects oceans, saving time and money, and is vital for global trade. But today, the canal faces new challenges as ships get bigger and traffic grows. Let's talk about Panama itself. When you look at a world map, Panama is that tiny, narrow strip of land that connects North and South America. It's a country known for its beautiful rainforests, its vibrant culture, and of course, its famous canal. For its entire history, Panama's geography has been its destiny. Being the narrowest point between two great oceans has made it incredibly important strategically. For centuries, people dreamed of cutting a path through it. The Spanish thought about it. The French tried and failed spectacularly. Finally, the Americans succeeded in 1914, creating a wonder of the modern world. This single piece of engineering transformed Panama from a small Central American nation into a global crossroads. The canal is more than just a source of income for the country. It is a source of immense national pride. Running the canal successfully shows the world what Panama is capable of. It has allowed the country to build a strong economy based on services, logistics, and finance. The tolls that ships pay to pass through the canal are a huge part of the government's budget, paying for schools, hospitals, and other public services. The canal is woven into the very fabric of Panamanian identity. However, this reliance on the canal also creates a big risk. In today's fast-changing world, you can't stand still. Other countries are looking for new ways to move goods. Some are even talking about building rival canals in other parts of Central America. Climate change is also a new and serious threat, as the canal depends on huge amounts of fresh water from rain to operate its locks. A severe drought, which has happened recently, can cause massive traffic jams and force ships to carry lighter loads. Panama knows that its position as a global logistics leader is not guaranteed forever. This is why the idea of a second canal is so important. It's a bold gamble on the future. Panama is basically saying, we built the world's greatest shortcut once, and we can do it again, but better. A new canal would be a statement to the world that Panama intends to remain the king of global shipping for the next 100 years. It's a plan born out of ambition, necessity, and a desire to control its own destiny. But building another canal is an enormous challenge, one that will test the limits of engineering, finance, and political willpower in a world that is very different from the one in 1914. For centuries, explorers dreamed of a canal through Panama, but the jungle and disease defeated every attempt. The French tried and failed, losing thousands to malaria and yellow fever. But the dream lived on. The United States learned from past mistakes, ready to conquer the jungle and the mosquito. In 1904, Americans took over the Panama Canal project with a new plan, first defeating deadly disease with massive public health efforts led by Dr. William Gorgas. Then, they built ingenious locks and the world's largest dam, conquering mountains and mudslides with sheer determination. The Panama Canal became a modern marvel, a testament to human ambition and engineering. The Panama Canal's opening in 1914 changed the world, slashing shipping routes and fueling global trade. But for decades, the U.S. controlled the canal zone, splitting Panama and sparking national struggle. In 1999, Panama finally took control, transforming the canal into a symbol of pride, progress, and sovereignty. The world is addicted to stuff. And all that stuff, your phone, your sneakers, travels on container ships. But today's ships are floating giants, carrying over 24,000 containers, longer than the Eiffel Tower is tall. Shipping companies love these mega ships for their efficiency, but ports and canals are struggling to keep up. Now the world's biggest ships are too large for the Panama Canal, forcing them to take the long way, and leaving Panama watching profits sail by. Imagine a highway built 50 years ago. Now triple the cars and add giant trucks. That's the Panama Canal today. So popular, it's constantly congested. Dozens of ships wait for days, costing tens of thousands daily. The world's shortcut has become its biggest traffic jam. The Panama Canal runs on fresh water, lots of it. Each ship uses enough to fill 75 Olympic pools. But climate change is causing severe droughts, dropping water levels and forcing restrictions on ships. Now, the canal's reliability is threatened, and its future depends on finding climate-proof solutions. The Panama Canal is under strain, ships are too big, traffic jams are epic, and drought threatens its future. So Panama faces a choice: manage decline or double down and build a second canal. This bold move isn't just about pride, it's a national strategy to secure Panama's future and keep it at the heart of global trade. Imagine a brand new canal, an entirely separate fourth lane, built to handle the world's biggest ships, even those still on the drawing board. It would use advanced water-saving technology, pushing efficiency even further. By building alongside the old canal, trade keeps flowing, minimizing disruption. The result? A future-proof, multi-lane superhighway for global shipping. The biggest question for any new canal project is water. The current canal is dangerously vulnerable to drought. The plan for a second canal is tied to a massive water management project: new reservoirs, dams, and even desalination. This approach could make Panama more resilient to climate change, turning the canal's weakness into a source of strength. Panama faces tough competition. The Suez Canal, dry canal projects, and even Arctic routes all threaten its dominance. By planning a second, bigger canal, Panama aims to stay ahead, making its route the most efficient and reliable for global shipping. It's a bold move to secure its place as the world's top shipping shortcut for decades to come. Building a new Panama Canal could cost up to $25 billion, a staggering sum for a small nation. Securing this money means convincing global banks it's a safe bet, and managing huge risks like debt, cost overruns, and economic shifts. The stakes? Panama's economic future, or a mountain of debt. Building a new canal isn't just a financial and engineering challenge, it's an environmental one of epic proportions. The route of the canal cuts through one of the most biodiverse regions on the planet. The Panamanian rainforest is a delicate ecosystem, home to countless species of plants and animals, including jaguars, monkeys, and rare birds. Carving a new, massive channel through this landscape would inevitably involve deforestation, habitat destruction, and the displacement of wildlife. The scale of the excavation would be immense, permanently altering the geography of the isthmus and leaving a scar on the natural environment that could last for centuries. The project would also have a major impact on the watershed that feeds the canal. As we've discussed, the plan involves creating new reservoirs like the one proposed for the Indio River. Damming another major river would flood vast areas of forest and agricultural land, creating a new artificial lake. While this solves the canal's water problem, it creates a host of new environmental issues. It would disrupt the natural flow of the river, affect fish populations, and could potentially release large amounts of methane, a potent greenhouse gas, from the decay of submerged vegetation. Balancing the need for water with the preservation of the natural river system is a monumental task. Panama would face intense scrutiny from international environmental groups and its own citizens. In the 21st century, you cannot simply build a project of this magnitude without a thorough and transparent environmental impact assessment. Every aspect of the construction, from the disposal of excavated soil to the potential for water contamination, would be put under a microscope. The Panama Canal Authority would have to prove that it has a credible plan to mitigate the environmental damage. This could involve massive reforestation projects, creating wildlife corridors to help animals move between fragmented habitats, and employing the greenest construction technologies available. This environmental tightrope walk is made even more complicated by the very climate change the project is trying to adapt to. The irony is that a massive construction project like this has a huge carbon footprint, from the production of concrete to the fuel burned by heavy machinery. Panama would have to find ways to offset this impact to maintain its image as a responsible global citizen. The success of the project will depend not just on moving ships, but on proving that it can be done in a way that respects the fragile natural world that makes the canal, and life itself, possible. It's a test of whether humanity can build its future without destroying its past. Beyond financial and environmental hurdles, there's a profound human cost. The canal's path isn't empty. It's home to rural and indigenous communities with deep ties to the land. Thousands could be forced to leave their homes and way of life, raising questions of justice and human rights. Without fair treatment and consensus, the project risks division and unrest that no engineering can solve. The Panama Canal shaped global shipping for a century. Now, a second, larger canal could redraw the map for the next. Ultra-large container ships, once too big for Panama, could sail directly from Asia to the U.S. East Coast, bypassing old limitations and creating new trade routes. This would shift the balance of global commerce, pulling traffic from the Suez Canal and making the Americas the new center of gravity for world trade. Energy and bulk carriers would benefit too, slashing costs and journey times for everything from natural gas to grain. Ports across the Americas would face fierce competition, racing to upgrade for the new era of mega ships, or risk being left behind. The entire supply chain would be forced to adapt, as Panama once again becomes the linchpin of global logistics. Bigger ships mean lower shipping costs, and that savings ripples out to consumers everywhere. But ports must modernize. Deeper harbors, longer berths, and massive cranes are now essential. The race to upgrade will spark a construction boom, creating jobs and transforming coastal economies. Efficient ports attract warehouses and factories, spreading the canal's impact far inland. Yet ports that can't keep up will fade, consolidating power among a few mega hubs. The benefits and the risks won't be shared equally. For coastal cities, the choice is stark: invest and thrive, or fall behind in the new world of trade. For Panama, a second canal is about more than tolls. It's about global influence. The project would transform Panama into a logistics powerhouse, with expanded ports, free trade zones, and seamless transport networks. The vision, not just a passageway, but a hub where goods are stored, assembled, and shipped worldwide. This demands a skilled workforce, driving investment in education and high-tech jobs. By doubling down on its unique geography, Panama aims to become indispensable to world trade and secure its future. The canal is no longer just a waterway. It's Panama's ticket to global leadership. Panama stands at a crossroads, facing a bold choice: build a second canal or risk fading into irrelevance. The stakes are enormous: financial, environmental, and social. But doing nothing means watching the world's biggest ships and the profits they bring pass by. This is more than an engineering project. It's a test of national ambition and resilience. The risks are real, but so is the cost of inaction. Panama's decision will shape not just its destiny, but the future of global trade. The world is watching as Panama bets big on its place in history. The original canal was a triumph of brute force. A new one must be a triumph of sustainability and vision. Panama faces daunting challenges: financial, political, and environmental, but it has a legacy of overcoming the impossible. The debate over a second canal is about Panama's soul and its vision for the next century. Will it rise to the challenge or seek a different path? The answer will define Panama's legacy and its role in the world. The future of global shipping is being written in Panama's rainforests and boardrooms. Once again, Panama must lift the world, this time with wisdom as well as strength.